Alright, let's see what we got in this goodies bag. Some tour pack quick release. Plastic stuff. Quick release brackets. See, this goes on the side. Okay. Some bolts. More bolts. More bolts. And directions. Which we probably won't need. But they have pictures, so we'll be able to figure it out. We can add on a quick release, because as you see, this is broke. This piece cost about $90. The quick release brackets cost about $56. So, and at least with the quick release we can take it off. So it only makes sense to spend the 56 bucks. Put the quick release on bracket system on here, and then we bought a tour pack, and the tour pack already has a bracket that's set up for quick release. So we save money and we make it so that we can remove this anytime we want. As soon as I can remove these bolts. Okay, that one's loose. All this came off the project bike. The fender, all this. But all this was spray painted, so as you can see we used some Goo Gone and we got most of it off. Albeit the chrome's a little scratched, but it looks way better chrome than it does cheap black spray paint. And we're going to finish the little edges while this is off before we do the quick release setup, because we have our license plate now, because this bike is now registered and insured, so that when this is done we'll be able to actually take it for a ride and not just sit and stare at it. And because this is Southern California, we don't really actually get what's called a winter, which means we don't winterize the bikes and we can ride them year round. This bike I bought in Temecula, California, a good hour away. But that person, who was not a Harley person, found this on an auction site in Florida. So this bike is originally a Florida bike that was put on an auction, purchased by someone in Southern California, and that's who I bought it off of. So it still does not run. We're going to do an oil change today Missing a couple bolts, but I believe the clutch has some issues. I'm not a mechanic, but I can usually try to figure most of this stuff out. So we're going to see what we can figure out, because I also have to put a throttle cable on it, because that broke. That I do know how to do from the Road King, which I installed, apparently not the best, and it snapped, and I reinstalled again. So of course this will be the third time, which means I've learned some lessons of what not to do. This is basically how this cheap black paint was all over this and all over this. Now this, it's a little scratched up from getting it off, but I don't really care, because once this is running and on the road, we'll take this piece off and replace it with the LED light. This I'm not really that concerned about, but it does look better chrome. This really can't tell with the chrome any scratches, but this, you run the bolt, you have a washer right there in the middle, lock, you're locking that on the back. Now it goes on here like this. Fortunately this thing is a little bit off. And it's going to fall every step of the way. Really? Let's just use something. I swear I just used this to tighten this thing up. Nope, without it. Okay. We're gonna go get another one. Need to tighten this one up eventually. We may need to bend this one a little bit. That one looks like it took some damage. And now we've finished the other side. And this is how it turns out. On this particular one, it's not a 2-up. So it mounts with the quick release on the back. And then if you come up to the front, the other piece that's in there, it just slides right in. But now, we put the saddlebags back on and the tour pack that we bought for it. Can we get it? Damn. Oh, still not enough. Well, let's see. Damn. Boy, they had that bolt on there. Move it a little closer. Boy, that's some black oil.